Hey everyone, John Hartley, and I'm here with today's mail. But first, this album says Silver Rounds, but it was just the album that was available through Dansko that had the right size holes in it to put what I initially intended for this album to be were the more well-known 1 ounce coins from different countries. I mean, obviously we've got the Maple Leaf, the Philharmonic Britannia. There's one of each of the types of I'm having a brain fart. Onzas. But anyhow, and the most recent contribution was the silver Krugerrand. But at the same time, there were a lot of things going on, and I was looking for a series of coins and to do in this album, a series of 1 ounce coins, and the wildlife coins that that Canada was putting out at the time seemed good to me. And when I got them, matter of fact, I remember sending one back that had milk spots on it, and after being put in this album, some of them developed milk spots after that. The cougar's got a nice big one up here. The wolf got them. So those were a disappointment. I haven't bought a Canadian coin since then. Not from the mint anyway. Collector coins is a different thing. But then I ran across I think the first one I bought was the Impala. This is the Rwanda African Ounce Animal Series. And I liked the design. And I went back and I bought the ones that had come out in the years before. I wish I'd seen this the year it came out, because I got back and the first 3 years are they cost so much money I can't justify spending. For the first year it was a gorilla. That one coin goes for around $500. I can't justify spending $500 on a coin from Rwanda. But I still buy the coin that comes out each year. And last year was the giraffe. And that's about the only time this album ever gets opened. So, let's check out the new one. All right. Now, before I open this, or as I open this, you'd think Africa had a lot of animals they could pick from to put on this coin. I don't know why my camera won't focus all of a sudden. But this year's animal is the shoebill. It's an awkward looking bird with this great big old bill that looks like a Dutch wooden shoe. So I still picked it up, but I guess, they used the gorilla and the rhino and the zebra and the lion, and they got down to where they had to use the shoebill. I'm sure there's better animal subject matters, but anyway, It's the rest of the coin with the continent of Africa and the writing and everything is the same every year. The shoebill or the animal each year changes, and it's always down in that area. And the reverse or obverse, I don't know which one is which off the top of my head. I would call that the obverse and this the reverse, but it's always the same. And it's 50 amafaranga, or 50 units of their currency. So, I want to tell you about something I found that I have seen zero press on this from the United States Mint, and it's like they're just sticking it out there and saying, if you're really paying attention, you'll get in on this coin. But they haven't really, usually people like Coin Week would do an article on it. But a lot of you may know that they're putting out a $5 gold coin, a $1 5-ounce silver coin, a $1 1-ounce silver coin, and a 50 cents clad commemoratives on Apollo 11. And it's a good looking coin, and they're going to be curved. Well, they're putting each one of those out in proof and uncirculated, except I think the 5-ounce coin is only going to be proof, yeah. And they're selling them single, no sets, like the old days. I think the last good set I got was American Generals, and I bought all three, and they're in one box. I wish the Mint would go back to doing that. But the one they snuck in is the 50 cent clad coin has, and it's been written on there for a while in the products timeline on the Mint's website, that there's a clad commemorative half set. They didn't tell you what the set was. Well, what they're sticking in there with the Apollo 11 50 cent piece is, due to John Kennedy's involvement with the Apollo program, they're putting a enhanced reverse proof Kennedy $50 clad in there with it. And there's a product limit of 100,000. So that coin, if you're a Kennedy collector, and I am, I've got every Kennedy coin out there. If you've got to have this coin, because it's like the third smallest. I'm having brain farts today. The third smallest mintage of the series, and it's a little bit expensive. The set's going for $54, I think it was. But if you want it, you're going to probably, just like, remember the gold Mercury dime, on the 24th at noon, you need to be at your computer, putting the coin in your shopping cart and pressing buy, or they may be sold out. I'm thinking they're going to eventually sell out. I'm not predicting it to go real fast like the dime did, but if you want that coin, I would suggest you being there at noon as soon as they put it on sale. This year I'm going to get, in addition to that, I'm going to also get the silver dollar and the $5 gold coin. That's in my budget for next month. And maybe later on this summer I might get the 5-ounce. I'm not sure. It's according to how these coins look in hand. And a 5-ounce curved coin similar to the baseball commemoratives from a few years back. The 5-ounce curved might be an interesting thing, and I'll get to see it on some of y'all's videos and help me make up my mind whether I want to spend a couple $100 on 5 ounces of silver. So, anyway, This is one of the coins that was lost in Atlanta. It took way too long to get here. And I have another coin that is still stuck in Atlanta. And it's still showing no signs of movement. And since I made my last video, I ordered another early commemorative. Got a pretty good deal on this one too. So it's on the way from Texas. And I have some Wheaties coming in, just continuing my non-wheat scent album. And that's a long story, and I'll tell you about it when I get those in. But until something comes from a nice male lady, I am 1042.